Look, at the end of the day, we want the Warriors to win. And right now, they're just not winning. And that's a problem.
You know what it is? Like, I had a buddy, EJ, who said, like, when two people break up that everybody knows, it's sad. Like, it's always sad. It's sad for everyone involved because you've got friends, I've got friends, and she's got friends, and we've got friends that are all friends, and we all hang out, and now we're going to see each other out in the open, and it's just, it's sad for everyone involved. And that's what I feel like when I'm watching the Warriors' demise. It just feels like it's really sad because, honest to God, and B, I know that maybe I've been a little more critical of, for example, Klay Thompson than others, critical of Draymond Green than others. I do feel like the way that this is going to end, you could see, I feel like it's going to get kind of ugly in terms of the relationship between the fans, the organization, and certain players. And that sucks because these guys are all-time legends. You hear so much, it's a business. Yeah, but this felt different.
No, this was different because these guys embraced the community in a way that made them so lovable. They embraced this region, and they took pride in representing the Bay Area, Oracle Arena, Chase Center, being out here with the people. That parade a couple years ago, the way Klay walked down Market Street, the way Steph walked down Market Street, the way Draymond did his thing, the way GP2 and Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins were smiling from ear to ear. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. That was less than 2 years ago.
I mean, when they had Otto Porter Jr. the other day, they were giving him his ring. I was like, man, I loved Otto Porter Jr.
Oh, I saw it before the game.
Dude, like, he just like, everything about being a Warrior, he loved.
He loved it.
And he wasn't great the entire time, but he was good. He was really good. I liked Otto. And I was like, man, I'd love to get him back.
I walked up to him and was like, what's up, Will? Long time no see. Because, oh, man, you still rolling with that? And we're chopping it up. And I was like, damn, Will. I go, Otto, man, they ain't cutting you up in Kennedy. Because, Canada, man, they don't really got too many barbers that could hook me up like that. But it was good to see Otto. He was smiling ear to ear to ear. He loved being a Warrior. You're right. So I hope, hopefully we were hoping that they ride out into the sunset together on a good note, but, man, it is not good. Let's get these calls, man. Charles in San Jose. Then we'll get to Rob and Doug, and we're going to pivot the Niners and Packers, and we're going to smoke on that Eagles pack. We are definitely smoking on that Eagles pack at the top of the hour. Charles in San Jose, what's happening?
Hey, guys. I'm a long-time listener. I love you guys. Bonte, you said something today that I've been barking for all season. The last two seasons, for me personally, this is on Joe Lacob and Mike Dunleavy. We have absolutely no big men. The last 2 years not having any big men, now we're asking aging players, Steph, Draymond, Klay, to do more. You're asking Klay to become a playmaker, and he's never been a playmaker his entire career. This man scored 60-something points and 12 dribbles. Now you're asking him to be a playmaker after two catastrophic injuries. Looney is not a center. Draymond Green is not a center. Just because Draymond Green can guard centers doesn't mean that he is. If we added Anthony Davis, I know that we can't, Brook Lopez, to the roster that we have right now, we could get busy because everybody can get back to being who it is that they are. Steph Curry is not he does not facilitate the offense. He's never have. He is the offense. Now we're asking these players to do more as they're getting older. It's not right. So in my personal opinion, the blame has to go back on Joe Lacob and Mike Dunleavy because we have absolutely no big man. If we got a big man, we can get down. Without a big man, we're going to lose, and that's what's happening for the last 2 years.
It's hard to disagree with that, Charles. Very good call. You look at the West, Shasky. Look up and down the standings in the Western Conference.
I'm looking at them currently.
They all have bigs who can protect the rim. We don't. Even Utah. We're going to see Utah tomorrow. They got rim protection. Minnesota has rim protection. Everybody has rim protection except for us.
I think one of the hardest things to swallow, the decline of certain players, like that's inevitable. Seeing Steph Curry with these late game turnovers over and over and over again, it's a tough one to swallow.
When he got the ball stripped from him,
I know,
by Gilliard, and he went in for a contested layup.
Yeah.
My guy Daniel Murphy, who does the camera for NBA TV, great guy. Sent me the slow-mo version of it.
Too.
Yeah, he goes everywhere. He's at every football game. Dude, he sent me the video of that, and I was just like, damn.
How about Luke Kennard shot a three late in that game, bricked it, Every single person stood still. Not one person boxed out anyone. No one was even thinking about boxing out or looking. Wiggins stood there. Kennard went right around him, got the rebound, a long offensive rebound, kicked it back out to, I don't know, one of these guys, Jackson or Williams, I forget which one, and bang, they nail another three-pointer, and I go, huh. If that isn't a microcosm of the entire season in one play, I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's embarrassing, really.
And look, with the way the season has gone on, I'm not surprised they lost that game yesterday. I'm really not. I was in real time. I tweeted. I was just like, yeah, if you follow the Warriors, we shouldn't be surprised by this. And it was funny because Festus Zealey on the pregame show said, it's going to be a nice little practice game for the Warriors. I was like, practice game? I don't know if we're in a position to be talking about practice games or scrimmages.
Now, look, the one thing that I will say, and I'm not advocating for them to trade everyone. That's not what I'm not here to say. But I do think that we do this thing in sports. We're like, oh, my God, LeBron's leaving the Heat. They're done forever. They'll never win another one. They've been to 2 finals since LeBron and Dwayne Wade have left them, essentially. Okay? Now, they haven't won them, but they've been to 2 of them. You could say the East is weak, but that's the reality, right? That is where we're at. Tampa Bay Bucks, they lose Tom Brady. They just won a huge game last night.
Right.
The beauty of sports is that there's always the next wave. Right. Now, some teams, like the Lions, go 30 years, and the Warriors were closer to the Lions pre-Steph Curry than they were, I don't know, let's just throw a team, the New England Patriots, right? So who knows what ends up happening. But heck, even if I said the Patriots, they did make the playoffs with Mac Jones just a couple years ago.
Forget the Patriots, too, before Tom Brady. Like Drew Bledsoe came aboard, the Patriots stunk my whole childhood until Drew Bledsoe got there with Bill Parcells. They made a couple playoffs and they had the Super Bowl appearance. But before that, the Patriots were laughing stocks for a long time.
So, but my point being is we act like there's no tomorrow ever in sports. And look, it'll be difficult. The Niners have gone 30 years without winning one. I'm not saying they'll have the same success, but we act like the organization is just going to fold.
Yeah, no. I just don't. Not under Joe Lacob.
That's what I'm saying.
Not under Joe Lacob. They'll figure out a way to reinvent the wheel, but it's going to take a lot of time. They're going to have to get This is a superstar-driven league. And when you get older and you get slower, it becomes problematic. So the Warriors have some things to figure out. Let's go to Rob and San Bruno. Rob, what's happening, my man? What's going on, Rob?
What's going on, fellas? Yo, Shasky, you said Max Strus.
I'm just saying he's closer to that than what he used to be.
No, he's not. He can still get buckets. Dude had 30 points a couple games ago, and you talking about now he watched. He shot the ball 10 times yesterday. He made 4 shots. So to me, it's not a Klay Thompson thing. It's a Draymond thing. Draymond came back. They started running that 40 and over offense again, up top, dribble handoff. Get out of here with that. That is old folks basketball. This is a new day. All right, in 2015 to 2022, the Warriors ran that, but it's a new day. They're not running that no more. Steph Curry isn't an advantage like he used to be. All these point guards can shoot threes, and they can go to the hoop and dunk. Mm-hmm. Curry can't dunk. He can't do that. You know what I mean? Just like the last caller said, Curry isn't a closer like that. He isn't a point guard to where you put the ball in and he's going to make the right decision every time. That's not his game. He's an off-ball, round screen shooter. He's great at that. But let's not talk about Klay Thompson wouldn't go to Boston and make them even more contender. He wouldn't go to Philly. He wouldn't go to Milwaukee. He wouldn't go to the Timberwolves. Hell, he'd make the Lakers even better. So let's not do that. Yeah. Let's not try to talk down about a dude. Matter of fact, let's do this. How many playoff series has Steph Curry won without Klay Thompson on the floor? I know Klay Thompson didn't win a playoff series without Steph. How many has Steph won? So Klay Thompson is a legend in this Bay Area. When I was growing up, the Warriors was trash. Boo-boo sauce. We didn't go to the game like it was getting off for free. And I stayed next to the Coliseum. So I don't want to hear none of that. So at the end of the day, Klay Thompson is a Bay Area sports legend. He's an icon. When Klay Thompson came, got the full starting spot, we started winning games and we started winning championships. So let's not do. I'm not disrespecting that man. I don't care if he averaged 2 points a game. Put some respect on that man's name. He never got in trouble. He ain't fighting nobody. He ain't getting kicked out of games. Stop that. That's disrespectful.
Hey, you know what? Hell of a call, Rob. And that's what bothers me. That's what's bothered me the whole time. It's not. I know who Klay is. Is he a $43 million player? No. But he's one of 17 players in this league that's averaging over 17 points a game and shooting over 39% from three. One of 17 players in this league. Now, I'll look at the 25 games before last night. Last night was a step back. Klay Thompson, no rebounds. Look, just an off night. But he ain't the only one not defended. That's for damn sure. But the previous 25 games for a player who's quote-unquote washed, that I see a lot of you guys. I see a lot of it. Sabo, I've been seeing you talking about this every single day. But did you know, Sabo, that over the last 25 games, in 31 minutes a game, Klay shooting 43.5% from the floor and 41% from three? Did you know that, Sabo? Did you know he was giving you 19 points per game? Knowing that teams are suffocating him and Stephen Curry? So we know what he is and we know what he isn't. But the rhetoric about Klay Thompson and the way we're so down about Klay Thompson, Draymond Green literally punched a teammate. Draymond Green literally missed 24 games this season, and for me, it feels like some people give more respect to Draymond Green. Draymond Green's the guy who got benched in Game 4 against the Boston Celtics in the fourth quarter when Klay Thompson hit big shots in that game in the fourth quarter. So, you know what? It's fine. You guys want to disrespect it? I'm not going to be the guy to do it. I'm not doing it. But if y'all want to talk reckless about Klay and blame Klay for all the problems, I'm looking at Andrew Wiggins, who can't even give me 11 points a game. I don't know what the hell I'm getting from Andrew Wiggins on a day-to-day basis, but go ahead, let's point the finger at Klay Thompson.
No, the entire team is not good right now, and he's an easy scapegoat because of how much money is attached to him in a hard salary cap league, and so it becomes very difficult. I mean, he's not the only one. I mean, what's Steph making? Almost $60 million this year?
Yeah.
You know, and we all love Steph, but like, he hasn't finished games like a $60 million player this year, if we're being totally honest. But if you bring that up, people lose their minds.
They sure do.
So, you know, everybody on this team right now, from the top to the bottom, whether it's the owner, the GM, all of the players, everything can be criticized right now.
Remember last year we were talking, and they went on that road trip on 5, and you and I were both in lockstep. We're like, this ain't all on the youngsters.
I mean, come on.
It's Steph, it's Klay, it's Draymond, it's Wiggins, and Poole on the floor in the last 5 minutes when they were scoring 2 points in the last 5 minutes against Miami, when Orlando and Jalen Suggs were still on the ball from Stephen Curry in the last 3 minutes, when Charlotte took the game to overtime. You know what I'm saying? That was on the veterans. That was on them. And Steph's included in that. He is included. Some of the turnovers in Denver game, oh my God, you throw a cross-court pass to Andrew Wiggins and Jamal Murray steals it. That's you know, Nikola Jokic hits a 3, and you blow an 18-point lead in the fourth quarter.
And when you're losing, I start to question shot selection when I've never questioned his shot selection ever.
Yep.
You know, like when you take a shot, where you take the shot on the floor, shot clock, play clock, all of those things. There's been some head-scratching decisions from Steph Curry this year.
Yep. So this roster is just... We're going to pivot in a second. Let's get